Many of you may know that I turned 60 this year, and I am trying to battle the aging process. I still try to shoot 200 three-pointers in basketball every other day, and let me tell you, it gets harder and harder and harder. I've said to many people, getting old is not for sissies. From the day we're born, even though in some ways we grow and get stronger, because of sin, we are deteriorating. We are dying. We can't escape the aging process. Things break down in our bodies. Sometimes our minds break down. There's no escape. Death still moves forward physically. But the beauty of the gospel is death works backwards spiritually. And because we're able to live redemptively, even though we're heading towards death, we can actually move the cosmos toward life. Ecclesiastes is a very philosophical book, and sometimes it's very depressing. It looks at life under the sun, meaning without having God in view, hiding the world from heaven, having a perspective that has no divine or biblical worldview. And Ecclesiastes 12 just talks about us getting old. It talks about us wearing down. It talks about us losing energy. And it says you might as well live while you're young, because things are going to be really hard when you get old. But you know, Scripture says in some ways, because of the gospel, just the opposite. Think about how Paul calls older women in the church to teach younger women. And God calls older men to disciple younger men. It is those people who have walked with Christ for a lifetime and are being humbled by the estate of misery that all of us find ourselves, that they gain the most wisdom. So though it's true that we're all wearing down, and that's the result of the fall, it's also true that those days can be our most fruitful days of ministry we ever had. So grieve the reality of sin and the results of sin, but don't you give in to sin. There is hope.